and should be a little bit of fun. We'll see how it goes. I think I'll be confined to a stand, but won't be too bad. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, over to you, Bob, there. Sorry, Bob, I missed some of your transmission. I went running for coffee as soon as I got off the key there. So, back over to you, NS7H. This is W7TMD.
All right, W7TMD, NS7H. And sorry, Mike, I almost got your foot there. Well, I went out for coffee, too, but I didn't miss much. Mike was still talking when I got back in. And yeah, that globe sounds really good. You might, I don't know if that's what you were using Friday night, but again, that was, I guess part of what was impressing me was it was Friday night and he had a 30 over signal on 80 meters, and that was pretty cool. Well, you made me tired there, Tom, all the stuff you got to do, because when you said it's for wood, I had ordered 3 cords of wood, and I haven't been really bugging him about it, because I said sometime before the snow falls, which hadn't happened yet, so he's probably still filling orders later. I mean, my order was late, and I really wasn't that excited about getting more wood when my chimney wasn't working. But now, hopefully get here before the snow falls, and I'll be able to split it, back it, and get all that stuff done too. But in the meantime, I think I got enough to take care of business. I've got a shop. It's not a real big shop, but it's really full of stuff. And before the snow falls again, I got to pull everything out, try to sweep up whatever's dead, and put things back in some semblance of order, and just throw a bunch of stuff away. I got a bunch of old sprinkler stuff that doesn't work anymore. I don't need that taking up room. I mean, everybody's got a shop with stuff in it that they don't use or don't need. At least they don't need it today. That's the thing. Do you need it today? No, so you throw it away, and guess what? Tomorrow you'll need it. Anyway, it's sort of like a farmer. You don't throw anything away because you never know when you're going to need something that looks sort of like what you have, and you can make it fit. So, lived here since 2009, full-time, and so I've had that much time to acquire more stuff. Plus, we had a house full of stuff when we moved from Idaho Falls, and we had enough garage sales to last me a lifetime. We still had a lot of stuff, so eventually we built a storage unit here, or had a storage unit moved here that was matched the house and everything, so it all looks like somebody had an idea to build a place that sort of looks like it was designed to be what it is. But it's really mostly buildings built onto each other. The house, or the cabin we had, was 20 by 30 with an upper floor, and then the previous owner had added another section onto it, and then we added another section onto it, and but we had an architect, and we said, try to make this look like it was used to be, or was one house, was built as one house. And he did a pretty good job. It's a pretty good job, but still not enough room for some stuff as we keep. And well, it's good to know, John, about you on Friday night. I remember hearing you on either a Saturday night, maybe it was a Saturday night, and it may have been somebody that you took somebody's place, or it could have been a Sunday night, I don't know. I don't get on here much at nighttime, so could have been anything. And that's about all I got to say on that subject. Over there to you, Mike, W0FD, and then 28.
AC7D.
Okay, very good, Bob. MS7H. And good morning to AC7DA. I'll get it to you next, and then you'll turn it up to John, please. This is Whiskey Zero Foxtrot Delta. Okay, guys. Well, good round. Still good copy. Noticing a little bit of flutter and fade, I guess, on the signals as we're getting into daylight here now. Bob, yes, this is the radio that I was running Friday night. This is it. I do have the Johnson desk, as you know, and but you know it doesn't put out any more power than what this rig does. It's a pair of 4-400s, 1500 volts is where I usually run it. Only getting about 300 watts out, and we're getting 275 watts out here on the single 4-250. So I wonder what, Tom, what you're getting out of the Johnson 500 there, as far as just carrier level with a single probably 4-400 in there. I've got a brand new in the box tested 4-250, and I found a guy that had another one online here that I bought for $50, and so it's coming. So I'm going to put in a fresh pair of tubes here in the Johnson desk, because I think it ought to do a little bit more power than it's doing. I think the old 4-400s are in there. Well, I know that they're 25 years old that I've used them, plus they were probably pulled from some broadcast station before that. so they're usable, but they're kind of going downhill, I guess. And so it'd be kind of fun to get a fresh set of tubes in the Johnson desk. And this is like the first high-power transmitter I ever had. Back in 1990, right about there, is when I started getting back into AM radio and collecting some of this stuff. And started out with a Johnson Ranger and went from a Johnson Ranger to a Viking 2. And then I wound up with this Globe King 400 shortly after. So I was really excited to get it. And it did good, but it had the old plug-in coils and all of that. And the guy I found had a Globe King 500, which is band switching, of course. He had just the RF deck. I don't know how it got separated from all the other parts, but it was only the RF deck. So I picked it up and then wired the two together. And so it seems to. So I've got band switching now. And it seems to work pretty good. And I'm going to move this back to 160 meters soon after I get the Johnson desk going again. So that's kind of the rundown there. Neat on the Swan 700CX that you got. I wonder what power supply that takes. You know, I know the Swan 350 as well as the Swan 500. They use that 117 power supply. What power supply goes with the 700, which is a little bit more power? Maybe will it still work with a 117 power supply, Tom? Or did they have a beefier, heavier duty power supply for the 700? And it doesn't sound like that guy was telling you the truth on things. That's kind of annoying. You know, I don't like rude behavior or liars, and it looks to me like he was lying to you a little bit. Oh well. And when I'm on Tom here, I guess elk. Glad you get to see some of them. And wolves, oh man, that seems uncompatible. But they've reintroduced them here in Colorado, and I think that stinks. Let's see, they've already had 16 noted livestock and wolf problems, and pay big money out to the ranchers for their killing the livestock. But oh well, it kind of is what it is. I'm going to miss elk hunting this year. First time in a long, long time I've missed elk hunting, but no elk hunting for me. We'll wait till next year. But it's that time of the year, and you kind of when the weather starts changing, you know, it gets you that feeling that you want to be out there in the woods and looking for the elk and stuff. But oh well, that's how it is. John, okay on your changing from Sunday night to Friday night? Well, I'll have to think about you on Friday night. may conflict a little bit with AM activity on Friday nights, but maybe I can come up and check with you. So I'll listen for you. Thanks for telling me that. And good luck on your Alaska trip. Sounds like a lot of fun, John. Now you might tell me all you're going to be doing up there. What's the agenda? You're going to be fishing and other things. So kind of curious. And let's see here. I guess that's about it. So Brent, we'll get it over to you. Considering the time and the daylight coming on, I think I'll say 73 on this. Listen, I'm going to sit here and listen. So careful what you say about me for a while, but I'll say 73, and so I don't fade away into the sunrise here. AC7DA, and then please turn it over to John. This is Whiskey Zero Foxtrot Delta.
Okay there, Mike. W0FD and the group AC7DA. Good morning, everybody. 52 degrees here this morning, and signals seem to be pretty good so far. Mike, you're about 20 over up here into Washington this morning, and not much going on around here today. Be going to church a little bit after a while, and then not sure anything special going on the rest of the day or not. Starting to feel like fall around here, and the calendar says today is the first day of fall, so there we go. So I think excuse me. I think RLD is in here. If not, it must be CJ. So, John, K7RLD, is it up to you? AC7DA.
No, he's not out here, Brent, but he should be. Though I think John is getting up a little later in the last few years here. But he is usually in the air a little bit later in the morning. All right, well, good morning there, Deadeye. How you doing? Hope all is well with you there, and good to hear you're going to get your peepers worked on there pretty soon. Hope that eye surgery stuff goes well for you. They got that down to a pretty good routine nowadays. Well, let's see, AC7DA, this is AE7CJ up here by the Murtaugh Creek. 73 is to Mike there, Mac Mike, off into the sunrise as it goes. You had a great signal out here, Mike, and stayed quite consistent throughout the morning. Well, I'm going to follow Mike out the door. It's time for me to go burn some biscuits, get my day going here. Got a few chores to wrap up outside and inside, finish off some domestic stuff before we are getting ready to fly out on a Wednesday. Mike will give you the Reader's Digest version there. Yeah, we're headed up there. It's bug-out time or load-out time for the big tourist operation up north. Tourist season is over. So all the camps are shut down. Everything's the glaciers up there. And the dogs, all the sled dogs are back to their owners. And so what we're doing is we're driving, making a return trip drive clear back down to Prescott, Arizona, where everything goes into storage. Basically, the truck and the trailer, I don't believe they got a whole lot of supplies that are coming down south, though we are going to be hauling a bulldozer over to Edmonton on our return trip for maintenance or repair or something like that. So we're going to have to start off the trip with quite a heavy load. So I think that's a D3 or a D4 size, not quite sure. The big gooseneck trailer that thing's going to be on. And the other fella that's going along with us, he'll be driving his Pro Runner. He'll be following us as we make our way down. So we'll go through, leave Juneau, hit the Skagway, stay overnight in Skagway, and then beat feet up over the pass into Canada, and down through the Outcan to Dawson Creek, and then we'll turn left and head across the plains there to Edmonton, drop off the dozer, and then with a lightened load to head directly south through Calgary, Sweetgrass, through Montana, touch a little bit of Idaho, into Utah, and then down into Arizona, and voila. Then we put all that stuff away and get my son's 4Runner out of storage, and I beat Pete back up to Oregon here, and the son will take a couple of weeks off, catch up on his sleep, and visit family and friends up here. And then we're going to turn around and head east, clear across the nation to Lynchburg, Virginia, where he lives. And I'll be there for a couple of days and then fly back. So I've got a 6,000-mile ride that I'm going on here. Directly south from Alaska and then east afterwards over to Old Virginia. So there you go. And a couple of plane rides in between and a ferry trip to boot. So that's what's on the docket. All right, guys, I'll keep this thing going around. Back to Tom, it goes. W7TMD, I'll say 73s. Catch you guys Wednesday morning. I'll be working a couple of more days before I head on out. W7TMD, take it away. I'll say good morning to all from AE7CJ.
Wow, John, what a trip. 6,000 miles or better. Have fun and good luck. Thanks for the rundown. 73 guys, W0FD.
All right. 87CJ, W7TMD. So 73, and man, oh man. That sounds like quite the adventure. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to be a wore-out guy, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah, I'm envious. I wish you had APRS on your person there, and then we could all watch you on the computer screen as you go across the nation here and up into the wilds of Canada and the Northwest Territories. It sounds like. Man, oh man, that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun, big adventure, that's for sure. And yeah, I'm envious. That'll be great. All right, well, 73 to you as well there, Mike. You're, just for your to answer your question there, yeah, it's a 117 CX is what they recommend for that salon. And I think for carrier, what I'm getting is around 350 watts. Let me see here. Yeah, 350 watts is the way I got it loaded up right now. I think I've seen as high as 375, but that's with just under 300 mils of plate current there. So, yeah, maybe your tubes are getting a little bit soft. Hard to say, because I've got the two in the Thunderbolt. I don't get near that on the Thunderbolt, but I think that's more of a power supply issue than anything else. Not that it's soft or anything. I think that's just the way they got those things made. They don't. I don't see a large carrier. I'm only about 200 watts, I think. But I haven't even fired that up in a long time. One of these days I'll have to put that back on 40 meters. I just got to take the covers off and get it back on there. I'm on the Johnson 500 at the moment, and good morning to you there, Brent. We got 35 degrees over here, so you got a heat wave over there. I had to put on some my slippers here to keep my feet off the floor. But yeah, everybody sounds like they're got something to do today, or this week, or this month. and I got just a few things to do. Bob, I've got I think I told you guys that I had a load of logs here and stuff, so I'm just cutting up cordwood as I needed. I just pull a couple of logs out of the deck and saw it up, and my wife and I, we just put them away and stuff, so I don't have to go out and get them or anything like that. I just pull the logs out there and saw it up. Not all that hard as long as I pace myself. And should be it's all ninth season tamarack, and it's already been through one winter, so she's starting to dry out. She's dried out pretty good. Should be good for this winter. And we're due for a good snowstorm at some point. The last couple of years of winter have been pretty easy up here. Not too much, even up in the mountains, and it makes us worried about the summer most of the time. But so far, the summer has turned out to be pretty good. Not a lot of fires in this neck of the woods anyway, so we made out pretty good. And let's see here. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to add, but yeah, so make sure to Mike and John. You guys take care, and wish you all the best. John, I won't be able to speak to you again until you get back. So I hope you have a great ride and a safe journey there. And look forward to you getting back in a few weeks, I guess. 6K, man, oh man, that's incredible. Okay, over to you, Bob. NS7H, W7TND.